man's ice cream from 49. Like our fleeting youth, summer's almost over, but there's still enough time to enjoy some ice cream. We start with a can of evaporated milk chilled in the fridge overnight, with an equally cold bowl. My fingers are stuck. Next, a cup and a half of powdered sugar and a bit of vanilla. Only 3 ingredients. Now to whip. Sure, we all know you can whip cream, and depending on your tolerance for bedroom adventures, your significant other, but I didn't think you could whip evaporated milk. Let's see. You can! Once it's thick and foamy, we throw it in the freezer for at least an hour. I got a haircut. Ooh! Now we whip again. Oh, wow. Look at it. Now we can have it as is or return it to the freezer until it sets. Did you know that you made baking yesteryear a #1 New York Times bestseller? You're crazy. Thank you. That's long enough. I want ice cream. Woo. This is incredible. It's so smooth. This is no substitution. This is a masterpiece. Thank you, dead lady.
And I'm ready to
I'm not very good at this, that's why I'm practicing. I'm not very good at this, that's why I'm practicing. And I won't get better right away, but if I practice someday I can say I'm getting better at this because I'm practicing. I'm getting better at this because I'm practicing. And though I have a final goal, I'll still enjoy the process on the whole. For now, I'm not very good at this, that's why I'm practicing. I'm not very good at this, that's why I'm practicing. I'm not very good at this, that's why I'm practicing. I'm not very good at this, that's why I'm practicing.
I turned into a teenage Goo Mob. Yeah, I cruise through the city and I roam the streets, looking for something that is nice to eat. You better die when I show up. The Goo Mob. I'm the night.
If you're not real, then how come I feel this way? Little babies, come.
God damn it, Gump. Give me one margarita, I'm open my legs.
But you ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. Let's talk about it, okay? Acrylic little balls under there, right? They're clear, no problem. Paint over them. Ooh. You wanna talk? There's just more. More to talk with, you know what I'm saying? More to live with.
I have no desire to read the 40-page screed you wrote about Barbie. All of this insecurity and male fragility is not because you saw Barbie. I have no desire to hear about your deep-seated fear of women thinking like Barbie. I wish I lived in a country with far less coping and seething about movies like Barbie. I'm so sick of all this bickering and fighting, but teasing all this fragile masculinity's exciting. It's not the movie's fault or women's fault or mine that you won't stop giving off such Jeffrey Dahmer vibes. I will not be watching you bleed all over my YouTube feed with your complaints about Barbie. I truly cannot believe I felt compelled to conceive of this song about Barbie. But Ryan Gosling's literally me, just saying patriarchy over and over cause Barbie. Maybe I'm producing feeling, but I like controversy, so here's a song about Barbie. I'm so sick of all this bickering and fighting, but teasing all this fragile masculinity's exciting. It's not the movie's fault or women's fault or mine that you won't stop throwing all these tantrums all the time. I have no desire to read the 40-page screed you wrote about Barbie. All of this insecurity and male fragility is not because you saw Barbie. I have no desire to hear about your deep-seated fear of women thinking like Barbie. I wish I lived in a country with far less coping and seething about movies like Barbie. And no, I'm not gonna leave because that's very expensive and all my friends are here.
I found a Spirit Halloween that is open, that I can go to today. So get ready with me to go to Spirit Halloween. I always take a picture like by the sign. This is what I've done the previous years. That is what we're getting ready for. And now I have orange in my hair. So we're gonna play up the orange. This is what we're working with. I'm thinking an orange lid and then a bat wing, which I have done before, but it's been a while. Just pack some orange on the lid. I'm not looking at anything, so I could horribly fail at this, but let's see what I can do. I could do like... Am I messing this up? I'm just gonna fill it in. Kind of looks like I'm wearing a mask. I'm just gonna do the rest of the face and see how it all looks together. Good enough. I need an outfit now. I have an idea. I got this forever ago from Not Your Average Babe Co. I got this, I believe last year from Hot Topic. What do we think? Okay, 10 out of 10 on this idea. I have these boots from YRU and these These were probably from Spirit Halloween at some point. I am 30. But wait, it gets better. I bought this last year. It's from a Black Star. All I need to do is something to my hair.
Can we get the bill, please? Oh, can we get the bill?
Bluey, inside voice.
Oh, can we get the bill?
If you're neurospicy and feeling especially hopeless today like me, perhaps this list of very talented artists with schizophrenia may help. 1. Yayoi Kusama. She's one of the greatest artists in the world and she's been voluntarily living in a mental health facility since the 1970s. Why all the polka dots, you ask? Great question. It's because she's been hallucinating them all over absolutely everything since she was 10. 2. Louis Wayne. He was the president and chairman of the National Cat Club. His art began all cute and cuddly, but then his wife died, and their cat died, and his sister died. So his schizophrenia developed and turned into this and this. He continued to paint cats even when institutionalized for the rest of his life. Edvard Munch, the guy that painted The Scream, also led a tragic life. He was always super talented, but after his dad died, he painted a series of 22 paintings. They're called The Frieze of Life and they blew people's minds. He was eventually institutionalized for hearing voices, and after he was released, he lived his life in isolation until he died. 4. The fairy painter Richard Dad, who actually killed his dad, went to the very prestigious Royal Academy of Arts and he showed a lot of promise. One day he went to Egypt and then he came back and he immediately lured his dad into the woods and unalived him. And he fled to do the same thing to the Emperor of Austria, but he was caught and he confessed and then he was institutionalized for life. 5. Friedrich Schroeder. This Russian-German artist was said to be really violent, but he was also into the occult and he hated authority and he fed a lot of poor children. I like him. He started painting monster hybrids because the love of his life died. 6. This beautiful French sculptor named Camille Claudel. Except for her brother, none of her family ever approved of her talent and wanted her to get married instead. She also lived her life in the shadow of her lover and mentor, so she never got the recognition she deserved. 7. The apparently very swaggy Carlo Sinelli, a butcher's apprentice who started making art while he was institutionalized. You know what? None of these are helping me feel better. I think it just made it worse.
I don't relate to you. I don't relate to you, no. 'Cause I'd never treat me this shitty. You make me hate this city. And I don't talk shit about you on the internet. Never told anyone anything bad. 'Cause that's just embarrassing. You're my everything. All that you did was make me fucking sad. Waste the time. And if only could, I'd make a deal with God, and I'd get him to swap place. There's nothing more that I'd like to do than take the floor and dance with you. Keep dancing, let's keep dancing. Shake it, shake it, shake your groove thing, yeah, yeah. Show 'em how we do it now. Boogie Wonderland.
It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. They have everything for young men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. It's fun to stay at the
Thrusting and we're sweating, and I'm watching close because there is something I have brewing that I really want to mention. Wait till he's delirious with pleasure, then I ask the question. So, you're 100% European, right? Just here for study abroad? What were your grandparents doing between 1939 and 1945? What a shame. I have a feeling. Oh, that's what I fucking thought. That's what I thought. Did you hear that, Grandma, Grandpa? Your dear grandson got pegged by a Jew. The best part is that I did every single thing he begged me to.
The internet just told me to put ice cream, flour, and baking powder in a baking dish with sprinkles on top and put it in the oven at 350 for 45 minutes. Let's see what happens. It's rising. I just turned ice cream into bread. So good.
And she dressed in really cute clothes. Kawaii like we're in Tokyo. Beverly smile, teeth the white robe. Got a classic real deep Van Gogh. She got loyalty. She says I love you, girl. I love her more. Oh, Bobby, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Jump into the driving seat and put it in the.
When no meal sounds good to me, the one thing I can always go for is soup. An egg drop is just, You need 3 eggs. Yes, 3, I know. She's a rich soup. It's okay, I got money, sex, and respect. This is by Home Fan, by the way. Not sponsored, I just love them. I'm adding in a little bit of flour before I... My mind just glitched, but water to thin it out. Now over to the stove. This could not be easier. I'm dumping in some chicken broth. I love using bone broth. I feel like it's such an easy way to sneak in some extra protein. Okay, and gut health, which we love. Along with some soy sauce, garlic powder, turmeric. The turmeric is really for that takeout color. Totally optional, it doesn't add much flavor. But this is also really good for inflammation, so like why not stick it in there? White pepper, measured from the heart, a little nyeh of chicken bouillon. Wait for that to come to a boil, and then stir in some cornstarch mixed with water to give it that thicker consistency. Love her, leave her alone till she thickens up. Not too much, just a little thicker. And this looks perfect. It's not thick like a sauce, but it's a little thicker than just water. Turn your heat down. You wanna make sure your broth isn't bubbling when we pour the egg in, or else it can make it cloudy. One hand on my ladle, one hand with my egg, slowly pouring in as we stir to create those egg ribbons. You'll see it start to set and create those beautiful flowers. Ugh, perfect, just like that. Stunning. Cut the heat and add in a little bit of sesame oil. Really doesn't get any easier than that. This requires a lot of green onion razzle dazzle. Said that really weird. We love her. First sip, bestie. This just never gets old. The egg ribbons are so long and luscious. I also make this with intention of like saving some. Throughout the night, I'll just keep going back for more, but I don't feel guilty about it because it's literally bone broth and egg. Cheers, bestie. A healthy addiction.